doing this? I'm guessing at the moment we haven't got this, and then we've got this on. So we can just do it without this, I suppose, couldn't we?
I think so,
Really? Should we just do that?
yeah. So I slide over here so I can see all the pitch.
That's a good idea, actually. And then we'll go this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe I stay this side and you stay. I don't know. I don't know. We'll,
As long as you can see the whole pitch. If you can see it from there.
to be honest, I can see all of them.
Sorry,
Oh. Okay. I think I'll leave the time,
Yeah, okay.
and then we'll. I won't plug anything in just yet.
It's a better view that I get from here because then I've got the screen in the way, so I might stay like this side.
Well, yeah, do that if you want. So just, is it 1-0 to Storm? I think
1-0 to England.
You've seen
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I don't know who it was. It's Storm.
No, but
1-0.
yeah, 1-0. So
Yeah.
I'll just put 1 there so we know. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Calvisano. This is day 3 of the European Open competition here. We've had a couple of technical issues this morning with the sound system and with the live streaming, but I think we are live. I hope we're live. I hope you can hear us. Good morning, everybody. We have Jane with us again this morning. Morning, Jane.
Morning, Jan. Happy to be here. We're currently watching a very exciting Women's Open match where England Storm have just made their second try of the morning. So still within the first 5 minutes of this match. We'll get the timer up and running for you in the second half. So Scotland are now still on 0 and England Storm on 2.
Yeah, a couple of issues. I'm sure we'll get this ready for the second half, and then we'll be back to normality. Nothing goes to plan always. In fact, we've been really smoothly. Everything's gone really smoothly over the last couple of days, and something was bound to go wrong at some point. And this morning it happened, but we're all good. And as Jane said, there we got really good open match ahead of us here today. First match of the day. This is one of the round robin games, so later on we'll be seeing knockout tournament, which will be really exciting because obviously we need a winner. Could potentially go to drop off, but this game and the next game is going to be a round robin match to decide the final placings within the group stages.
Absolutely. So at the moment, as you can probably see on the live stream, we've got Scotland coming up to their attacking line. Let's see what they can make of this. They're facing some very strong England defence, but managing to get the ball up the pitch to give themselves the opportunity to try.
Yeah, there's an attack on the line there. I think, was she half? I think she was half. I called that one, she was half. Wait till I see her later.
Some very loud calls coming from the England sub box that number 2 was indeed half, and as we know, you unfortunately can't score as half in this game. You need to be able to pass the ball.
Yeah, but good effort on the line there by Scotland. It's going to be, again, tough game for the Scots girls, but the Storm side are very, very good. We saw them yesterday. They got some real athletes in this team, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Absolutely, and I think just from speaking to one of the Scottish players yesterday, the Scottish women's team, relatively new, or let's say just building up, given that we've got a number of international tournaments ahead of us in 26, 27 and 28. So they're facing quite a strong England side here, but certainly holding their own in the first few minutes of this match.
So as we see Scotland now bringing fresh players on, driving up to the halfway line, opening up now into midfield, setting something up. This is coming up, I think, is a 5th touch and a fumble and turnover. We had some rain overnight this morning. A bit of a mixture. It's been quite funny, the weather since we've been here. It's been very, very hot and very sunny for part of the day, but again, same as yesterday, very wet start. The pitch is holding up fairly decently so far, but first game of the morning is always going to be tricky with the handling.
Scotland win the ball back. They're facing strong England defence with those 4 players to the right-hand side of the pitch moving up, now being shut down as they come up to their box. Let's see if when they get some fresh players on how many metres they can make on the pitch.
So picking up from half again, Hannah Crisp. She passed that time. She knows she can't score as half. You have penalty tap to England Storm. So we're still 2-0. I'm not sure what's happened there.
So we're just trying to sort out the score. You can maybe see on the live stream here, it's not Switzerland and Scotland for the qualifying. We've actually got England Storm and Scotland, and it's 2-0 to England Storm at the moment. Maybe you can hear from the crowds here. So England Storm have just scored a 3rd try. There's a scoop through and a long pass to the winger. So that makes it 3 for England Storm and 0 for Scotland. The visuals okay, it's the score.
They're not on there, but it's something on his end.
Okay.
So that's 3-0 now, isn't it?
Yeah. So bear with us as we're just still sorting out the scores you can see on the screen. Scotland have just won 6 more touches. That's touch number 2 as they make their way up to the try line. Scotland certainly have a lot of opportunities as they're hitting their line here. You see number 14 and number 11 very well placed in their gaps in the attacking line. So if they manage to get the ball out from the middle, we think they could see a scoring opportunity here.
Yeah, I've done it on there. That's right.
It also says team 1, team 2, 0, 0.
Well, I've definitely got it right there. England Storm, Scotland.
Oh, yeah, but the score.
Got it.
You've not got that.
It's all.
Oh.
It's not coming from here. It's coming from over there. For some reason, it's not picking up this. È ancora così.
Ok, adesso io dico. Punteggio devo andarlo a chiedere, sei sicuro?
Sì, non so così.
Ah, non lo stai controllando tu.
Here we have Scotland trying to box out. They've just lost the ball. They face very dynamic England defence. You can see how the players are coming up to take those touches in defence, and then as soon as the half touches the ball, another England player is moving up in defence. And now we have England in the attack, trying to make some metres up the pitch.
Vado giù. Sì, aspetta.
So it seems that we now have the right teams.
Right teams, but
The right teams on the live stream, but the wrong score. So just to double down. And as we said that, there's another try that's been marked by England Storm. Again, a long pass out to the winger. The winger, who I believe is number 6, Carly Wynn. So that makes it 4 for England Storm and 0 for Scotland in this first half.
by half time we might get us right. But that is right, isn't it? Sorry, Jane, we're definitely having some technical issues this morning. We see Scotland on the attack. It's definitely 4-0. We certainly will be getting the right scores and the right teams up on the live feed very shortly. The goal is to get it by half time. Come on, boys, you can do this. So we see Scotland on the attack here. See if they can get on the scoreboard. Ooh, bit of a fumble there.
Yeah, it just shows the importance of playing a clean game. It is hard this time in the morning, as you said, Jan. We've had some rain first thing this morning, so the pitches are wet. The conditions are going to be a little bit slippery for the ball handling. But both teams doing quite well. Just a few more unforced errors from Scotland, meaning they're losing the ball a couple more times than England Storm.
Oh, there's a fumble there by England. I think Yeah, we've got the score back. We've got everything correct, I think, except the qualifying final, Crystal. Round robin.
So third time lucky. Now we've got the right teams on the live stream. We've got the right score up, but you're watching the Women's Open, not the Mixed Opens. I'm sure you can probably see.
Giusto, round robin, sì. L'unica cosa, women.
Scotland making good ground up the pitch here towards their sub box. Third touch is coming, but you can see the England defence really coming up very quickly as soon as the half has their hands on the ball, shutting down Scotland quite effectively here, so making it quite difficult for Scotland to gain effective metres, but have got some really good ground there, gained by Scotland number 4, Shona White.
Jane, we've got the correct score, the correct round. We've got it as a Women's Open. We've got the right teams. The only thing we're missing is the timings, but that'll come at half time. We're ready to go.
Brilliant.
So Storm on the attack again there, still 4-0. Looking to set up in the middle of the field. Number 10 there from Storm is Grace Purgos. Good defence by Scotland.
We're about just coming up to 15 minutes into this first half, so 5 minutes left in the half. Let's hope Scotland can put a score on the board in this first half.
You mentioned earlier, Jane, about the importance of looking after the ball, especially when the conditions are a little bit very wet, like as they are first game this morning. I think sometimes, as a coach, you like to, obviously, you want things done 100 mile an hour, the intensity, the drive, everything needs to be fast. But sometimes you just got to take a little bit of pace off things and concentrate on looking after that ball, making sure you get the ball down without any movement, under control. More important than going in, steaming in 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's about playing a clean game at this point, especially in the first half as well. So just making sure that we don't have those unforced errors, ball handling's clean, enabling the team to really drive their way up the pitch, as you see England Storm is doing now.
Yeah, Storm driving out again with the conditions as they are. There's been very few mistakes really, which shows just the level of skills really of these the two teams.
Absolutely, and it's not at the expense of ball handling either. You can see quite a lot of ball movement as they're driving up the pitch from both teams, which is great to see. So players staying live, looking for that extra pass, especially when you have one shooter coming up from England, as you see now. Scotland moving the ball around really nicely.
Yeah, Scotland now coming back up to halfway, bringing on fresh legs again. Can they get field position here?
Yeah, touch 5 coming up, ideally to set up for a scoop. Hannah Christen evades that fake pass. Let's see if we have an opportunity to get up here.
Much better from Scotland. I think if the link had looked outside, then the winger was free.
She was indeed, but instead we have a forward pass from Scotland, so England Storm take the ball with a penalty. Yeah, I think it's raining here again in Calvisano. We can just hear it on the roof from where we're making the commentary here on this match. And you can see players also being a bit more cautious with the ball, taking the touch with both hands on the ball now, rather than just with one hand on the ball in some cases. It's so important to keep that ball secure, number one priority here in these conditions.
Yeah, definitely, really important. Look after the ball and the rest will come. So England Storm now driving really hard at the line. The England player calling offside Scotland there, but what's the referee given?
Referee's given second touch, I think, from what I can see on the pitch.
Emily Simon, I think maybe Chris's daughter.
I think so, yeah, we might have the family connections right today. So Emily Simon, daughter of the FIT CEO, Chris Simon. Back
door from Emily, gone the other way. Good defence by Scotland there. Catching the England Storm girl by, I think she was half, yeah. Yeah.
You can see how England's defensive pattern coming up in a wave of 3 there, putting a lot of pressure on the ball carrier in the middle, forcing them to take the ball out to the side. So it's really important that the girls here are running from depth in order to make that ground when they receive the ball. Scotland's doing a great job of driving up the pitch.
Yeah, really good drive this from Scotland. Final touch coming up, yep. Scooper. I think for Scotland, it's definitely they need a bit of field position because they've not really, in the last sort of 5 minutes, all they've managed to do really set up the 5th touch just in the other half for the scoop. But I think field position again is key. Get up there and get some opportunities on the 7.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see some great attempts by Scotland number 10, Emily Neal, scooping through, looking for that pass as she scoops through near to their attacking line, but just not quite able to make the same ground that England Storm are making at the moment. I think some of it's also linked to how quickly they can get players off the pitch and back on the pitch when they're going to their sub-box. But as we said earlier, Scotland is definitely a bit more of a nascent team compared to England Storm. They're holding their own here. You see some great defensive work from Scotland. So you can definitely see there's a very strong foundation there on which to build.
Great pressure by the England 9 there. Emma Wade.
Hannah Crisp scooping through, trying to make some ground there, made quite effective ground, but unfortunately got caught as dummy half.
There's a lot of fast girls out there, definitely. They just look like athletes.
They are athletes.
They are. I meant in the sense that they could be like sprinters, or
Yes.
of course they're
With
athletes.
athletic training, yeah. I understand what you mean, Jan. I'm just teasing you. No, but absolutely. The speed of these girls, I hope you can see it on the live stream, is absolutely phenomenal. So much energy, so much dynamism. We've already commented on that as part of the English defence we're seeing here on the pitch, and you can definitely see it with the speed at which they're driving up the
Zante
pitch
Lord
now
going.
the attacking line, and that looks like
I
it's
think
a
that's
ball
down.
for England.
Touch call though.
Touch called. Okay, referee has called. Touch made. So ball turns over to Scotland.
Yeah, Zante Lord, really, really good effort there, but good defence too. I think they're still. Oh, he's given the score. He's given the score. Not sure whether it was the on-field ref who made that decision in the end, or whether it was the sideline ref. But between them, they've come up with a score. So it's England Storm 5 and Scotland Women 0. Can't be long left now, Jane.
Can't be long left in the first half, and there goes the hooter.
Just as we said it, here comes La Sirena. So half-time, England Storm 5, Scotland 0. And we're back, and we've got the time on, Jane, as well. We should be all good to go now.
Fantastic. What else could go on this morning?
Absolutely nothing. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely smooth as a whistle.
Indeed. It's a Sunday morning. We're watching some amazing women's touch here, watching England Storm versus Scotland in the second half of this Women's Open match. So Scotland do have some ground to make up here. They're starting the second half 5-0 down. We've seen some great energy and dynamism from both teams. Let's just see how well Scotland can keep the England Storm attack out. Doing a great job at the moment. Winger number 11 taking the hard touch from England Storm.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see what happens here now. Is it still raining? I can't tell, to be honest with you. I mean, it looks a bit windy as well now.
It looks like it stopped raining, to be honest. So
oh, what a pass! Unlucky.
Just a drop ball there by the England winger. But as we were saying yesterday, in the women's game, great to see some of those long passes coming through.
Those cherry poppers going straight out there.
Absolutely. That new term you've coined this weekend.
So we need to tell is it the people watching back home in Brussels, the BBRFC Celtics in Brussels. You know, apparently you giving Jane a bit of stick for yesterday, one of the games that being a little bit low on energy. So I've got to stick up for my co-commentator here and say, you know, we had a very long day. That was one of the last games, I think, or maybe the last game, was it?
It was the last game, yeah. So apologies for any disservice on the commentary by lack of energy in that Lebanon-Swiss mixed open game yesterday that took place at 6 p.m. But thanks very much for the mention there, Jan. I doubt that the people that were giving me stick on our club WhatsApp group will be up at this time on a Sunday morning.
Maybe
but they can
won't,
certainly
no.
watch this back and listen to the commentary to know they've had an honourable mention.
Yeah, and in fact, if you're talking about energy, why aren't you up? Come on, BBRFC Celtics, get up from bed. Get on the live stream and watch this lovely game we've got.
And it certainly is a lovely game this morning. England just trying to break through the Scottish defence. They couldn't quite do that. So turnover ball for Scotland now, trying to drive it up to their sub-box. Making quite good ground and making use of that extra pass.
That was good.
A great breakthrough by the Scottish link there, making huge meters. And that brings them up nearly to their sub-box on second touch.
I think a hard touch has been called there. Fair play, she's in the walls there. She made loads of ground. Hard touch. Rolled into the sub-box or slid into the sub-box, and another 6 for Scotland.
You see again how that England defence is moving up. 4 players at once, putting a lot of pressure on. Sideline ref there communicating to the on-field ref. Great communication between the referee team here. On-field ref is looking to the sideline for confirmation that was indeed a forward pass from Scotland.
Yeah, I mean, we can see it. It was pretty much right in front of us here. We can see that's forward, but it's interesting the on-field excuse me, the on-field ref not seeing it. I mean, it just shows how difficult, because it looked obvious from here, but from his position, and he's directly in front of that. So I suppose it is very difficult to see that, and that's the benefit of having the sideline refs as well.
Absolutely, the benefit of the referee team really working as a team here. And as we were saying yesterday, we've got some great quality referees at this tournament.
Backdoor runner, winger open, number 1, as she got it down.
Touch called from touch notice from the
Touch
sideline
called.
ref there, yeah. So great effort by England Storm, but not quite a try this time.
Great dive by Amelia Bunn, but really good defence again by Scotland.
Scotland have some great passes in this team. You saw that pass from, I think it was number 6 to Hannah Chris, number 2. Just need to make sure they keep their hands safe to be able to keep possession.
Yeah, that's the killer now. Another turnover on your line. As a player, you just go, ugh. So what can England do? You're setting up in the middle of the field, quickie,
Yeah,
trying to beat the man on the inside. Oh, cut out pass. Again, I think that was first touch. I think, Jane, I think that's something that, again, we try to say always, you know, use the touches. Don't throw anything silly on the first or second touch.
Absolutely. It's so tempting when you see a player, as that England player was, standing exactly where she needed to be in that gap. So that was open. It just also re-emphasises the importance of keeping the ball safe at those moments, particularly on the attacking line.
Yeah, run your holes, Lynx, run your holes. Scotland desperately trying to get out of their half. And this is where we saw it yesterday, Storm. We've watched a fair bit of this England Storm team, and yeah, they do press really hard in defence, especially when there's a turnover and the opposition is trying to get out of their own half.
Yeah, it's all about the pressure you put on in defence, and it's so important as the team's moving into their sub-box as well. If you can kill that momentum from the drive, which England Storm are doing quite effectively, it makes it so much harder for the team to get up the pitch and towards their line, the attacking line.
Another quickie here. Lovely dive. I think she's got it down. Yeah, referee's giving it. I think it was number 15 for England, which is Zante Lord.
Yep, so that's now 6 for England Storm, and Scotland still yet to get a try on the board.
But that just shows that's a perfect example of working really hard in defence when you turn the ball over. I think they turned Scotland over on the sixth touch, pretty much on halfway. I mean, so much easier then to just get up the field, and you've got plenty of touches, and that's the result.
Yeah, and you can see Scotland number 2, Scotland number 6 working hard as a pair to get the ball up the pitch here. Just got a couple of girls on the ground. Let's hope there's no injuries.
I think Catherine Richardson-Watkin was injured in the first half. We saw her receiving a bit of treatment at half time, so she looks like she's got a little niggle there. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, she's back on her feet, bouncing up off the line.
Storm players working really hard to get back to the line. Hannah Crisp, long pass out. Oh, it was a good effort. If that pass had gone and stuck to hand, I think there was a try there.
Yeah, absolutely was. Yeah, that Scottish winger number 11 is exactly where she needed to be to receive that long ball. So, as we said, great to see those long passes coming more and more into the women's game.
Carly Simon working hard. Catherine get into the box. Hopefully she's okay. Get them a bit more treatment.
This is great shutdown defence by Scotland.
Yeah, they worked really hard. They've done exactly what we said just now with the Storm have been doing. They've turned the ball back over in the Storm half. So, again, giving them good field position. Can they get up into the red zone with enough touches left?
So they're driving the ball to their sub-box, giving their teammates a chance to come onto the pitch.
I think they desperately trying to get off there, but wasted a few touches maybe in the process.
I think now we've got a 5th touch coming. No more touch with Scotland to try and make this score.
Sometimes it's very difficult. I mean, there you probably think, well, why aren't Scotland going forward, taking that opportunity because of the field position? But sometimes you just need to get off the field as well, I suppose. And if you've been on perhaps defending repeat sets, it's almost more important to get off and get fresh players on, because if you do turn a ball over again, you've got to be on again to defend. So sometimes when you play local touch, you want to stay on, you get a bit greedy or whatever. But it is important to keep using the subs and getting fresh players on, because you don't want to be on for repeat sets.
No, absolutely. That's when the legs start to tire, and especially as we now enter into the second half. We're 8 minutes into the second half already. You can still see the England defence is going very strong. Scotland are on the line there. They have a chance to score.
Yeah, number 10 from Scotland there. She's Emily Neal. She's trying to set something up. I think the ref's going to give this one.
That's a score from Scotland, number 10, Emily Neal. She's been a really
Fair
valuable
play.
player in this match. She's the one that's making a lot of the scoops and breaking through in that first half. She's managed to put Scotland's first try on the board in the second half.
Yeah, great feat, and she beat her opposite number, and that was awesome. Well done, Scotland. Buddying up the middle of the field. Yeah, look how quickly they've got up the field. Still, I think 3 touches left.
Yeah, interesting to see how England Storm using a 2-man drive or
Backdoor
buddy
runner.
system to get up the field, then passing out to Link to try and make that score. So it looks like they're trying to bunch the Scottish defence up in the middle as they're driving up the pitch, and then get the ball out to the links and the wings potentially for a try, which they've managed to do, I believe. So that brings us up to 7 for England Storm and 1 for Scotland.
Yeah, that was a great movement. Again, it's just easy yards, buddying up. I think they had plenty of touches left. Backdoor runner coming in, going back inside. Just good footwork. bit more energy here by Scotland.
Absolutely, they're moving that ball around between the players, trying to find those gaps on the line.
Yeah,
Facing
good
still
save.
quite a tough English defence, so I see that it's difficult for Scotland to break through here, but they're keeping that energy in attack. Another long ball there from Hannah Crisp.
Ooh, was that touched in flight? No.
No, turnover and ball goes back to England Storm. England driving the ball up the pitch, and now they're coming across to their sub box. So I believe that's very effective driving from England Storm here. They're getting some fresh legs onto the pitch. Fifth touch coming. They're at halfway. It's going to be difficult to try and score from here. It's normally where the player scoops, exactly as England number 16.
Straight up the middle. Straight up the middle.
It's great speed
Excellent
from England
pace.
number 16. Wonderful pass to the winger.
Such pace.
That was a great setup by England number 16.
Leia Hughes.
Huguet.
Oh, we're back to French
coming
again.
back in. It's the beauty of these European tournaments.
I know. What is this? It's just French everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, she was so quick there. And it actually was interesting. There was a bit of a foot race there with Hannah Crisp, who is certainly not slow herself. So
Absolutely
just shows
not.
how
Great
quickly
speed.
Ellie is.
Yeah, great speed from both girls there. We are seeing quite a few scoops and breaking through the line in this match, but also quite a bit of diversity in the attacking moves as well, which is wonderful to see.
Chance here. Great shot by the England winger. Although it is another 6. I think it's come off her.
Yeah, I think the ball was touched in flight. Referee's given 6 more to Scotland.
Yeah, good defence though by Carly Wynn. Backdoor runner come in, going the opposite way.
That's
Opens
another
up.
breakthrough
Can she
from
get it
Scottish
down?
player. It's another breakthrough from number 10 for Scotland. Emily Neal couldn't quite find a teammate to pass the ball to.
So hard to defend that when you've got a backdoor runner. You think it's going one way and then they change direction.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to defend.
So some great intelligent gameplay here from both teams. It's wonderful to see.
I think England Storm guilty of overplaying there. Sometimes just get the ball down and play.
So that's a touch and pass given by the referee. Scottish penalty.
Go Scotland, cries from the crowd to see if they can get another score.
Supporters really can make a difference when you're playing a match like this. You know, you're a few scores down, and it's great to hear the Scottish supporters from the stand here.
Absolutely.
Hannah Crisp,
she's
scooping up the ball, trying
really
to break
quick.
through the line. She's
showing
broken
I
through.
think
She's
she's
got it to her teammate, and
That's the score.
wonderful. That was a great setup by Hannah Crisp. I think the score was then made by number 12 from Scotland, Gabriella Adams. So England have 8 and Scotland 2.
Yeah, fantastic score. They again, the pace from these girls. Just, I wouldn't like to defend them.
No, I'm pretty sure they'll outrun you for sure.
Hey, hang on, you see me run? Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, so talking about a crowd, yesterday we had the Swiss bells, the cowbells, ringing when Switzerland were playing Lebanon in an important match. So, yeah, we haven't heard any bagpipes yet, have we, from the Scottish?
We haven't, no, but you can see quite a few supporters here in the stand, which is wonderful to see.
Yeah, where's Eddie Sandwan when you need him? Come on, get your bagpipes over here.
All right, so that's 6 more for England Storm. Scottish player offside. Let's see what they can do here. They managed to get up to their line really quickly with some great driving from England number 5.
Whoop, I think it's down. Some excellent diving. Is it Carly Simon, that one?
That is
Emily Simon.
Emily Simon, yeah. England number 5. Another try, so I believe that's now England Storm 9, Scotland 2.
Yeah, Chris Simon, you'll be happy with that one, my man. So we've got just over 5 minutes left in this match, the first match of the day in Calvisano. I can see the clouds starting to disappear a little bit. It's gone a bit brighter. So hopefully for the rest of the day we'll have a better day in terms of sunshine like we did yesterday, and all good for more running touch.
Absolutely. We've seen a great game being played this morning as the first opening game on this Sunday.
do you have the planning for the next?
Yeah, this one.
England driving it up the pitch. That's fourth touch coming here. Oh, it's a great run by England, number 9.
Oh, they're running over.
Okay, no more touches for England here. That's a scoop and breakthrough for England, number 9, passing to 15. Could she make it through? That's just been touched by Scotland, number 2, Hannah Crisp. Great job keeping focus on the half there and mirroring their players in the Scottish defence.
Oh, nice pass there to get extra yards. Sometimes you're just looking for that extra one pass when they send a flyer up like that.
Yeah, both teams have been pretty effective at doing that this game, actually. It's great to see their heads-up touch that's being played here. So that extra pass can just make all the difference, as you said, Jan.
Yeah, I mean, touch is so structured. If you anybody who's played or if you haven't played, I mean, often you think, oh, they're just going forward. There's no plan or anything. But it's such structure within this within the game. But at the end of the day, it is a little bit sometimes heads up. You know, if you can see there's an extra pass on or whatever it is, you know, you've got to play what's in front of you as well.
Absolutely.
So Storm again driving hard to the box. Here comes Emily Simon. Injection of pace into midfield, looking to set up a scoop. Here she goes, the foot race.
Can she break it through? That's a great defensive dive there by Scottish number 10, Emily Neal.
Yeah, she worked really hard there. Plenty of dives in attack and defence, so key. I mean, it's not like tag, it's not like flag or whatever you call it. You know, it's you can touch any part of the body. You know, if you can get just an ankle, a bootlace,
Ponytail.
Yeah, a ponytail even. Yeah, exactly.
Number of times been caught out for a touch on the feint, so you don't even feel it, and so it's so important to anticipate that touch.
Maybe all the girls should cut their hair. or maybe what was the girl with what was your Belgian friend yesterday? She was doing your friend's hair.
Oh, it's exactly tying the hair up, making sure that it's completely out of the way.
Yeah,
eliminating
exactly.
the possibility of being touched on the hair.
Tie it all up.
All right, that's a scoop through. That was 5th touch. Can they make it through for Scotland?
That's good footwork. Good footwork. Go for it.
Scottish player number 7.
Unlucky. It did seem to open up there for the number 7 Scotland. Isla Jamieson.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's a family member of the Scottish whiskey Jamieson family. That would be cool. I'm not a whiskey man myself, but Jane, what's your tipple?
I'm a white wine drinker myself.
White wine girl.
Partial to the odd whiskey as well, so I have to say, if she was related to the Jameson family, that would be beneficial. That's a brilliant pace there by England coming up the pitch. But forward pass means that the ball is turned over and it goes back to Scottish possession.
Yeah, spoke too soon earlier. It's definitely raining now.
It is, but we can still see the blue sky. I'm optimistic that we'll see the Italian sunshine coming through a bit later on.
Exactly. I've got hope. I've got faith in Bella Italia, il bel paese.
That being said, I feel we are seeing fewer unforced errors here in this second half. Slightly more maybe forward passes. As I said that, Scotland just lose the ball turnover to England Storm.
It's just that boggy area in the middle, isn't it? It's,
yeah.
You know.
You need to be so careful with it. You want to be able to get that pace up as a runner, especially when you're trying to make the metres up the pitch, as we see now from that England player number 10. But you still need to combine it with being really careful with the ball so you don't lose it.
Yeah. Some great energy injected here by the Storm players. Setting up a scoop is his final.
Yeah,
here she goes.
Number 4, right for a scoop. But that'll be 6 more. Emily Neal just tried to intercept the ball there.
Yeah, Danielle Evans, number 4 there. She's really quick as well. She really went for it then. But again, nothing the defence could do except tap the ball down, and it's another 6.
Indeed. You're right, Danielle Evans from Storm number 4.
Yeah.
Not the Scottish number 4 that I just mentioned.
Did I say Scottish?
No, that was me.
Oh.
Haven't had my second coffee yet.
Whoa, she's caught. Bit of acrobatics there. Appreciated in the box, Storm box. Danielle Evans again, looking to set up. Strike player, here she goes.
She's going to be able to dive for the line. There's a gap there.
Tell you what, such good diving.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see from both sides.
Man, great defence there, Gwen. She's found her there.
Number 7. Scored by Zoe Bieger-Ferguson there. brings us to 10 for England Storm and 2 for Scotland.
Yeah, that's the beauty of breaking it up a little bit. She's gone a couple of times. And we see the hooter, La Sirena. End of the match, first game of the day. England Storm 10, Scotland 2 in the Women's Open. And we shall see you all again shortly.
And that's the end of the first game.